Good afternoon, ghouls. You're watching Doc Sledge's Toxic Cinema, and this is the final episode of the Twilight Zone box set saga. I think this is like episode 4. So, as you can see right here, I have the damaged box that was sent by Amazon. I emailed Amazon and I sent them a link to, actually the links to the last 3 videos about the Twilight Zone box sets. And they apologized immensely, promised that they would go through their shipping policies and procedures and make sure this doesn't happen again. And I also got a full-fledged refund for this little beastie. And I was told that I can dispose of it as I choose. Well, here's the thing. I actually decided not to get rid of it. I had to I went to our local Walmart, grabbed some duct tape and some Gorilla Glue, and I'll actually end up fixing this. Well, making it look somewhat presentable. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So anyway, what I'm doing with this video right now is actually reviewing and critiquing the actual box set itself as if it came in one piece and was not, broken, mangled, and destroyed. Now, there's good and there is bad with this box set. The good is that you've got the Twilight Zone 1980s series. You've got the Twilight Zone. Let me get a better angle here and zoom a little bit so we can see. We've got the Twilight Zone original series with commentaries and special features on each disc, along with the 1980s Twilight Zone series, and there's a little comic book here in the middle. It's a reproduction comic book. It actually looks very similar to the one that came with my first box set. I don't know which one was in the second one because I didn't bother opening it. Now, like I said, it's a repro of the original comic book, so everything's condensed down a little bit. And it's actually really kind of cool. And my mom, I actually spoke to her about this, and she read back some of these Twilight Zone comic books back in the 60s, so that's really cool. So that's a real neat little addition. Now, it also comes with the episode guide. This side is for the original Twilight Zone series, and if you flip it over, you've got the Twilight Zone from the 1980s. So that's really cool too. Now, I'm going through the cool stuff first. And of course, you have the bonus discs, which I checked these out. They're pretty cool. And there's some pretty good footage in there in both discs. But we're gonna have a little discussion about the quality of things to come. So, like I said, there are good things and there are glaringly awful things about this box set. Now I'm going to remove these to make it easier to show everything that's on the side of the box here. And I'm also going to zoom out just a little bit, so hold on, don't get nauseous. There we are. And as everybody can tell, I'm finally using my actual camera with a tripod. So let's talk about the box here. You've got the top cover box, which has these awkward window angles, just like on the original series. And on the side of the bottom box here, it showcases different major episodes with lenticulars. Like this is Talking Tina. This is from the Gremlin on the airplane episode with Shatner. I have not seen this episode yet, so I'm not familiar with it. And this is Burgess Meredith, I think The Last Man on Earth, with the library. I'm not going to tell you I don't remember the exact title of it, but it's a really very ironically twisted episode. Now this is cool. This is very awesome, actually. I mean, the lenticular stuff looks fantastic. However, this is where a glaring issue comes in. The top box here, the top of the box, when you put it on, like this, well, if I can actually put it on correctly without destroying it even further, it rubs up against the lenticular, the plastic right here that does the movement and the three-dimensional stuff. So With wear and tear from opening and closing the box set constantly, you're going to get wear on the top here, which will actually ruin the image after a while. So that is seriously flawed design. You know, that's major. That's the first thing I thought of when I opened up this box, was like, oh man, I better not open it and close it too much. So that's a problem. Now, and also the second thing, with the box structure itself, is that this is the limited edition. It's got the number right here, 1,663 of 7,500. Now, I did some peeking here, and if you actually take this label off the bottom, there is no numbering anywhere else on the box except for on this glued on sheet of paper. That's kind of ridiculous. So basically, once you get rid of this paper, you have no details whatsoever about what number out of the limited edition this is. That's a minor beef, but still, it's kind of like one of those, really? You didn't think about that? Along with the structural issues of opening, you know, pulling the box top off, and then it's rubbing on lenticulars here. So I hate to bring up the Nintendo Switch, but basically, you've got a nice screen here like you would have on your Nintendo Switch, and if some people are having this issue where they, you know, put their Nintendo Switch down at the base and it scratches the lens or the screen. That's basically what's going to happen with this. So there is a solution to that, and it's not keeping the DVDs inside the box and keeping the box for display, which is, it's okay. It's okay. Now, well, looking at the 1980s box here section, let me get this out of the way. There's some major problems with this part of the set, and the way it's packaged. I mean, and actually, you know what? We'll get to the problems with the DVDs in a moment. But let me show you how this is packaged. When you open it up, it's just cardboard right here, and there's this very thin plastic right here keeping everything together. And you can open the discs like this, almost like a book, and that presents a problem because this is a very fragile type of case. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Yeah, it's a very fragile type of case that I'm actually afraid, because I'm a klutz of picking up every time I look at this thing. And there's a problem because these, when you take the disc out, they're very loose. You know, they'll just pop out really easy. But then on other spindles like this, it's like you got a crank on them. It's almost like you're going to destroy the DVD. And sometimes when you put it back in, it makes this horrible snapping sound like something just broke. So it's like, clunk, oh my God! You know, it's not good. Now, with how destroyed this box set was when I got it, I found, when I was going through everything, that I had structural damage, as you can see right here, to the actual disc holder itself. But it's, you know, well, it's broken just like everything else in this box set. So, yeah, this is pretty smashed up here. Luckily, none of the discs were damaged. Now, I want to talk about, I was saying there's good things and bad things, and I mentioned the disc quality of the Twilight Zone 80s series. It is complete garbage. Oh my gosh, how could you be saying it's complete garbage? Because it is, my friends. When you watch these discs right here, you expect to see, you know, a decent video quality. Nah, man, that doesn't happen. I rewatched my VHS copy of Anchor Bay's version of Evil Dead, which I've had for close to, I don't know, 24 years, and I've watched it hundreds and hundreds of times. The quality on that VHS is pristine. The visuals are pristine. It is still sexy. The visual quality on this, oh brother, it looks like, you know, 15th to 16th generation a VHS copy made from a beta. I mean, seriously, this is terrible. I tried watching several episodes. I got so frustrated. I went through multiple discs in this, and I got so frustrated that I packed it up and I put it right back in the box. Because, the visual clarity in it is terrible. The sound is okay because it was, you know, it's just sound, but the visuals just, It's so muddy and so blurry, and just the contrast is so off on it that even if you adjusted your TV, if you older TV and new TV, whatever, but if you made adjustments to your LCD screen or whatever, it's still gonna look like poopy. And that's the best way I can describe it. Visual quality is garbage. Absolutely garbage. So that's, if for the pure enthusiasts and pure, fans of the Twilight Zone, you might be satiated, your hunger may be satiated by this. I doubt it, however. But the special features on here are fairly decent, like audio commentaries and so on. So it's definitely really, it's bad. It's bad. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's bad. So we're gonna move this out of the way. Now we're gonna bring in the beefier of the two, which is the original Twilight Zone box, and it's good. However, like I said on the other one, the packaging is absolutely atrocious. Now, everybody knows that Twilight Zone is an awesome series. If you're, if you're a fan of it. Now, this is the same type of casing that was in the 80s version. Luckily, there was no damage to the cases or the actual storage units of the discs from when I opened it up. So that's a good thing. However, I am not a fan, like I said, I keep repeating myself, I'm not a fan of this type of packaging. So what I'm going to end up doing to actually save myself from any accidents and getting grumpy, I have hiccups, I do apologize. So if you hear them, like I said, I apologize, I got hiccups. I'm going to probably put these into like a DVD book. There's 40 plus discs in the whole set. So I will keep, basically I'm going to remove the discs from these and put them in a book and keep these inside the box for display purposes. Now I bought some, like I said, I'm going to be fixing this. I'll be doing a little bit of a video on that. So hopefully it goes well. If it doesn't go well, I still have the discs. Now, I cannot say that I am disappointed in the quality of the episodes on these discs right here. They're actually quite good. I saw some digital artifacting and some compression issues like here and there. They only pop on for maybe half a second. So combining so many episodes into less than two series into like just over 40 discs, you're going to have some compression issues. I know that. It's just the way, that's the nature of the beast, because you've got I think maybe 4 or 5 episodes per disc. Actually, let me check that, because I've got the book right here. Okay, let's see. Disc 1, there are 7 episodes on disc 1 for the original Twilight Zone series. So there's a ton of episodes because it was a long running series. So you've got 7 episodes at 30 minutes apiece. That's quite a bit. That's quite a chunk of change. So that's at least 3 hours on disc. And your usual disc, unless it's dual layer, holds about 120 minutes without any compression. So that's about 2 hours. So yeah, there's plenty of information on these discs. That's why there's a little bit of compression and some artifacting. But beyond that, the series, it's good. It's wonderful. It's nice. It's pretty. What I suggest buying this whole mishmash, ding dong ding, for the original asking price of between $180 to $200. No, not even close. Nope, I would not. I wouldn't buy it for that price. And actually, I've proven that several times by getting it on sale from Amazon for $78.50, I think. Now, is it worth $78.50? Sort of, because you can get the original Twilight Zone series without any extras. Hey, they're spooky. Hey, buddy. Without any extras for $49.99 at Walmart. And that's on DVD only. Now, I think it's like $69.99 for Blu-ray. So, that's that's okay. Now the original, the 80s set, excuse me, it goes for about between 30 and 40. Unfortunately, the visual quality issues that I was talking about with this section right here is prevalent in all other Twilight Zone 80s series sets that you can get. So, I mean, this right here is for the ultra mega Twilight Zone fan that must have the series no matter what. For me, I'll watch it probably once and go, I'm done. The original Twilight Zone, however, is so much better visually, and this is going to drive me crazy. So, yeah, when it comes to stuff like videos and DVDs and quality and stuff, I'm a little, I hate to use the word here, but I'm a little bit anal when it comes to, high def and all that stuff. Now, I'm not one of those purists because my HD TV is only 720p and 60 hertz. That's because, well, that's what my eyes can handle without me getting nauseous every day. My mom's TV is 1080p and a lot faster the refreshes, and I get irpy every time I watch it. So, but there'll be more discussions about DVDs and everything to come here. So, is the set worth $80? Let's say $80. 50-50. I would say if you can get one that's not destroyed by the time you get it to your home, yeah, for the packaging, it's really cool for the packaging, definitely. The comic book is definitely is a really nice little addition. The extra bonus discs are pretty good too. Twilight Zone, the 80s series is poop on a disc, basically. And the original Twilight Zone is gold. It's gorgeous. It's gold. So I would not pay more than $80 for this box set. And actually, like I said, I did end up getting a full refund for this because of how damaged it was and the fact I had to go through it 3 times. So, yes, this was definitely... I'm not biased when it comes to reviewing this. I'm trying to be honest. I really wanted this box set the first time I saw it. And because it was damaged, I was turned off. But looking at the insides of it, it's pretty decent for $80 or so. Honestly, if you're not a big fan of the 80s Twilight Zone, I would say go to Walmart and just get yourself the $50 version of just the Twilight Zone, because like I said, it's just the show. There's like very sparse extras. I've got the second release of Twilight Zone that has some extras, and it's in a big brick. The third one was through the Walmart, you can get it at Walmart, and then we've got the Twilight Zone 5th Dimension. So, for my collection, it's okay. I really wanted to be able to display the box because it's really cool. It's pretty much, it's a perfect cube essentially. And then you've got the lenticulars over here, but like this damage I have to fix. Okay, when I fix it, it's not going to look that good. It's not going to look, pristine, but it's going to go, hey, there's a box there. Okay. So, would I buy it? If you're a casual fan of Twilight Zone, it's a pretty epic box. If you're a mega fan, it's eh. And if you're just like me that could do without the 80s version, go for the Walmart. Go for the Walmart buy. So, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I'm definitely going to review another box set that I have. That's the Batman box set, which I did that's on Blu-ray that I did a review for. That I had to fix a piece of it with some Gorilla Glue. Yay! But actually, that box set is pretty fantastic too. I actually like that one better than this one, just because of the packaging is much better. Packaging on this is not so good. The visual quality is a nightmare on the 80s. So yeah, it's okay. I really can't grade it at all, honestly, because there's people who I've seen complain that this is just another release and it's not on Blu-ray. Well, there's an issue. There's a reason for that, because this is actually put out by this is a combined venture between RJI and Image. Image and also CBS DVD. It's kind of a weird one. Image is known for putting out the Something Weird videos, Something Weird video DVDs. Then there was a massive thing between Something Weird Video and Image. They no longer work together. Something Weird Video has got a new distributor, but yeah, I'm trying to do this review not based on destruction. It's based on what's in the box. For what's in the box, it's like I'll give it a 2 out of 4, like a grade of 50% for what's in the box, because 80s series fails. This series is perfection. It's awesome. So yeah, it's a 2-star box set basically. Now, probably somebody else who is a bigger fan of Twilight Zone than me would give it a much higher grade. So take my opinion as a grain of salt, because I'm just here to give you my opinion, and it's not law. So, all right, ghouls. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a box set, all right, and it's got its flaws, but it's still pretty. It's still spiffy in its own way. So I hope you enjoyed the review, ghouls. There's much more stuff coming. I know the channel went to kind of like a complain and shake my angry fist mode for a while, but I just was having some really bad things go on, and having issues with Amazon, eBay, and Coinstar, which have all been settled wonderfully. I'll do a video on that soon. I just kind of lost my temper a lot. So I do apologize to my viewers. There will be a lot less swearing in my videos just because. And also I'm doing a podcast, and I'll be putting links out to that. So, all right, everyone, have a great day, great weekend. Be safe in what you do, and we will meet again soon.